Guys, how's it going? Today I just want to do a quick 5-minute video talking about General Hux and kind of my first impressions of him, just a little bit of playtime and things like that. The first thing I'm seeing with Hux, honestly, is that he doesn't seem all that good. Even at, obviously mine's only at gear 9, but he seems pretty frail at gear 9, 3-star. Obviously that's going to change a little bit once you get him up to higher star counts and everything, but he seems very frail, and the problem is that being in the leadership spot and being very weak means he's just a really big target for people. So he ends up dying, and then the team falls apart, and he's very easy to kill. So the other problem I have with his leadership is that there is absolutely no survivability that goes with his leadership. There's no there's no bonus turn meter, there's no healing, health protection, so there's no dispels or anything like that. So it's just kind of an offensive based leadership, which may mean that it's good for raids and potentially territory battles, but I still think that crew leadership is going to be better at this point. So I'm not really sure. I feel like if they kind of really wanted him to be a leader, I think they would have put a Zeta on his leadership. I think this Zeta is I think the leadership isn't really meant to be a leadership. I think it's just another option for you to use, and it may work against certain types of teams. But for in general use, I still think crew is going to be the right leadership to give so much survivability to the team, and he gets them kind of supercharged with getting bonus turn meter and things like that. So I mean, I'm not impressed with his leadership at all. Obviously, I haven't put the Zeta on him yet. I'm going to wait until he's farmable and wait till I can actually get him into a usable state. So obviously that Zeta is going to be pretty important to kind of reducing that bonus turn meter. And you know what it's not going to do is reduce bonus turns. So it will reduce, so whenever someone like CLS gets 100% turn meter, or someone like Thrawn gives 100% turn meter, it'll reduce those things or prevent those things. But it's not going to prevent like a Malik from getting a bonus turn, or a Jedi Knight Anakin from getting a bonus turn. So that's an important distinction. And frankly, I'm not really sure why it has to be that complicated. But you can see why. It's because things like this will prevent certain types of bonus turn meter in the same way that Daze does. Daze does some other stuff, but that's kind of the big thing with Daze, is you can't counterattack and you can't gain bonus turn meter. So anyway, I think it's definitely he's got an interesting kit, and it seems good on paper, but I don't think that he's the leader, and honestly that's kind of consistent with the lore. I don't think we ever really saw him as a great leader or anything like that. But anyway, my first impression is at 3-star, I don't think he's all that impressive. I was going to take him up to gear 12, and then I kind of saw some videos and things and tested him out just a little bit, and it doesn't seem all that impressive to me. I think he's going to be an important part when we go and look at the journey guide and see Kylo Ren, Galactic Legend Kylo Ren. I think he's probably going to work with that team. So I think he's one of those characters who came out and his kit doesn't really seem all that good and doesn't really seem to work all that well right now. But I think Kylo Ren, the Galactic Legend Kylo Ren, is going to be is probably going to be another leader. Obviously, since we believe he's going to be Supreme Leader, Kylo Ren. So in that case, I think he is going to be the ultimate leadership, and then Hux is going to work really well under him. And so I think that's what's going to happen here. So I think Hux is probably worth investing in, but at this point, you're not. That's kind of a long-term play, and I think I'm going to continue to. I burned up some of my resources gearing up Hux to gear 9, and I think I'm probably going to stop there for now, and then kind of wait and see how it goes. Anyway, that's my first impression of it.